Alright, and we're back again with some more pure Yu-Gi-Oh! Duels, and we are gonna complete, well, we're gonna go for new missions, daily missions. We have activated spell card, activated trap card, and do one rank duel once. Ooh, so if we do it really efficiently, we can do it in one duel, but it really depends on how long the duel takes. Again, since we have to activate trap cards, we're gonna have to resort back to, back to the Phantasm Spiral deck, because again, we only have 3 decks currently. We have the Sacred Beast deck. It's here, Sacred Beast deck. We have the Blue Eyes White Dragon deck, which does play trap cards, but not enough. Wait, that's the side deck. The Blue Eyes White Dragon. I, by the way, really feel they should add some kind of plays here. Like, this would be nice, the bookmark section, but it should be per deck. But because basically, if you want to bookmark a card here right now, that's completely nice. That's fine. That's really nice if you have a screen here which actually shows which cards you would potentially want to put in, or just want to remember for some whatever reason, right? But this should be a section which is dedicated per deck. So basically, what it is right now, if I bookmark Manju, then it will be here. Oh, that's fine. That's completely fine. But if I go now to the Sacred Beast deck, it will also be here at the bookmark session. And of course, that's not a card that I would ever put in the Sacred Beast deck. So, yeah, I just think that should be the case. But I came here for another reason, actually showing that, yeah, we do play trap cards here, but not enough. So we are likely not going to activate 5 trap cards. Not within one duel, not even, because we only have three trap cards in there. Sacred Beast deck, we only have 4 trap cards in there. 3 skill drain and 1 awakening of Sacred Beast, so that's also not gonna cut it. And then we have the Phantasm Spiral deck. Edit. Yeah, and this obviously runs a lot of trap cards, but also spell cards. So this is basically the best if you want to go for spell and trap cards, because it only runs a few monsters. And yeah, there's no daily challenge, daily mission for monsters. I was actually thinking of crafting the heat wave together with terraforming and metaverse. I think those will be the most important additions that we need right now for the deck, Phantasm Spiral deck. And yeah, we do have a little bit of this. I think we'll just craft 2. By the way, let's at least craft 2 of these. Yeah. All right. So let's generate 2. And we got 2 of these cards. Awesome. Heatwave. Let's go to this will still be the ideal version. Let's just go to our deck, because currently we also like to keep one of the enemy controller in. Yes. And let's put in Heatwave. Heatwave. I'm just thinking, like, which card did I take out in the ideal version? Like, I know that the entirety of enemy controller is in here, but also this is taken out, so I don't carry any equipped spell cards here, and also Paleozoic Dynamiscus is, I cut that on that edit. Let's see, maybe we can remove 1 Torrential Tribute. Yeah, maybe this is the better play. Alright, so now we do have SR cards in it, but yeah, completely fine. Eventually I think we'll craft another, but yeah, currently I think this should be fine. Alright, so then we have the deck, and let's, without further ado, let's duel. So that's also a good thing about the Phantasm Spiral deck. We can easily, oh, not edit deck, I'm sorry. We can easily complete the, easily complete the daily missions with the deck, Phantasm Spiral. Because it just includes like the spell and traps, and that's basically often what I see in the daily missions. You either have to duel, you either have to win, or you have to activate 5 spell cards or 5 trap cards. I haven't seen many monster related effects, like summon 5 monsters or summon 10 monsters, I don't know. Alright, so we're going first against a player in Platinum 1. So let's see, perhaps he has an interesting deck, but I guess even fun decks that people like to play, they still include the strong staples, so we'll see about that. Wow, unfortunately no monsters. And of course that's only logical, but also no field spell. Alright. We can just set 1 C stealth attack. No, it doesn't make sense. Let's use this. End phase. And of course we also always have to take consider that he has Lightning Storm or Harpy's Feather Duster. It's so incredibly common. It's a pity that we it makes the game really predictable. But hey, Fairy Tale Luna. When this card's normal summon, you can add one. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Once per turn, quick effects, you can target one face-up monster your opponent controls. That's also not gonna happen. Nice. We're not gonna change that. Thanks. Alright, so Fairy Tale Luna. I have not seen this card being normal summoned a lot. This is the graveyard card, right? You can, or no, Snowtail or something. There's something with snow in the name that actually focuses on banished cards. Okay, so this also focuses on banished cards. That's pretty cool. Yep. King. During the battle phase, if he's gonna attack, we'll banish this Knighmare. Oh, nice. Okay, he plays the Grand Maju deck. He might insta-kill us. This lets it special summon, right? Oh, no. Then target one face-up card. If this card is discarded, you can target one face-up card your opponent controls, destroy it. What? He got really lucky that this card got discarded. Wow. Wow, that's such a pity. Out of all the 4 cards, that's a chance of 25%. Yeah, there. We can't do anything about it. I don't know why I'm doubting. I was just astonished, surprised that it was 25%. Sure, attack us with that. So once per turn, quick effect, you can target one face-up monster your opponent controls. Your opponent can send one card with that monster's name from the deck to the deck to the graveyard to negate this effect. Otherwise, return both this card and that monster to the hand. That's pretty cool. Yeah, we'll banish the Knighmare. And we'll discard one C stealth attack. Okay, I really hope we can get to the field spell. Unfortunately, we can't. Alright, then we don't have anything here. We can put these cards face down because why not, but we don't have anything here. Unfortunately, a really bad hand. Alright, that's 1800 more attack. 1850. It's a really weird attack stat, by the way. But he needs 4 attacks before we're dead, but yeah, he also can just summon another monster next turn, so if we don't draw anything this turn, I think we're likely dead. Alright, we're dead. This only works if we have normal monsters. C stealth attack also just only works if we have monsters. So. Alright, I think this is unfortunately gonna be the loss immediately. And you can see that the Phantasm Spiral deck definitely has its weaknesses as well. So yeah. Yeah, if he has just one monster to summon, oh yeah. Can we do anything about it? Nope. Pardon me. Yeah, nope, this won't help. We will activate it, just because we have to activate trap cards, of course. But yeah, it doesn't do anything. We could have special summoned the monster. I completely forgot. That's not smart by me. Oh, why do I keep forgetting it? It would have bought us another turn, I guess. No, what? He got discarded again? This time it doesn't matter, honestly. But yeah, that was a mistake by me. I should have special summoned the Dynamiscus, of course. I forget that quite often. Again, it would have likely not made us win or anything, but alright, so that's that. Let's see how many trap cards we activated. I think 3, right? And if that's the case, we can actually try another deck out. Duel and rank duel, activate trap card 3. Yeah, and no spell cards. We didn't activate a single spell card. Let's actually play the Sacred Beast deck then. We might not reach the trap card quota or anything there. I think we definitely have to go in with the Phantasm Spiral deck again, because it's just about the trap cards, man. The trap cards are... It's an unfortunate challenge, or a daily mission to get, in my opinion, because there's not a lot of decks that actually focus on trap cards, and even if they do, they focus a lot on trap cards, and you rarely get the spell card activations in there as well. So you generally have to play multiple duels then to complete the daily missions. And we got not the worst hand, but we'd like to start with this hand. We are starting? I didn't pay attention. He let us start? That's really interesting. Let's just activate Unexpected Eye. Let's see if he has a Maxx or a... Oh, he doesn't have anything. Interesting. We will put this face down. Put the skill train face down. And also this face down. And end phase. If he has a Lightning Storm or a Harpy's Feather Duster, we're likely gone again, because if our spell and trap cards are gone, then we only have a normal monster on the field. It doesn't do anything. Oh, but we do have a spell trap negate here, which could be useful. Alright, he's gonna search for a monster. I'm just gonna let him do it, because we have a skill drain on the field, so if he places the monster on the field... Okay, it's Tri-Brigade. Tri-Brigade, perhaps with it... yeah, so this you can discard from the hand, right? You can send discard from your hand to the field to the graveyard. Yeah, no, sure, do so. Send one level 3 your lower beast warrior. So he's gonna special summon. I don't know the full combo yet. I haven't played this deck myself, but he's just gonna, yeah, and then he sends this to the graveyard. This will allow him to send another to the graveyard. I don't even know the name, but I know what it looks like. Yeah, this Nerval. Okay, I'll try to learn the names. And if this card's sent to, you can add one Tri-Brigade monster from your deck to your hand. Yeah, so that's the basic starter combo already. At least basically what you start with. Okay, he added to his hand. That monster is also famous. It's called Karaz. Okay, it's gonna use. You can discard one other. Special summon this card from your hand. Okay, sure. And then you can banish. Okay, sure. We want to always try to activate skill drain upon an effect activation, because then at least he's paying the cost. And in this case, yeah, he's gonna pay the cost. He's gonna, you can banish any number of those monsters in your graveyard, and that's the cost. After that, the effect will follow, but the effect won't follow because we have skill drain, unless he has negate for it. But I'm not sure what he would have for that. So we're definitely gonna use skill drain. Nope, that's it. So yeah, that's a good stop. I think a good lock or something on his Tri-Brigade deck. I hope at least. Alright, he has a face down card. At the end of his turn, if he didn't do anything else, like if he leaves it here, then we will also use Heavenly Dragon Circle, because we want to use it during his turn so that we can get this card in the graveyard and actually banish this card from the graveyard, so use its second effect, its graveyard effect, during our own turn, because it has a clause where you can only use one effect of this card per turn. Alright, he has a face down card. I'm not sure what it could be. Like, it could be most of these cards which are sent to the graveyard. Kit, for example. Tri-Brigade Kit, if it's sent to the graveyard, it just has an effect. Same as Nerval. And apparently Fractal doesn't have that effect. You can banish any number. Yeah, so basically they all have this effect with the relink rating. Yeah, you can only use effect once per turn. Yeah. Alright, Mister. Curious what you have. We'd love to have the Spiral Battle though. I mean, wait, the Phantasm City. Battle phase, he didn't do anything, of course. Phantasm City, because then we can actually search cards out of our deck. Alright, so let's tribute monster. Let's special summon Phantasm Spiral Dragon. Here. Alright. Let's see what we draw. Hey, Planet Pathfinder. That's cool. That is cool. Let's use this effect. Banish it from the graveyard. Add a 10-year card to the hand. We only have one 10-year card. Oh, he might have Ash Blossom for it, of course. But if anything, if he Ash Blossoms this... Oh. He has summon a number. Oh yeah. Then he can link summon, right? But does that matter? Because it's his link monster won't have an effect. Special summon special summon from your graveyard and or that are banished. Okay, yeah. So this is also a famous card, by the way. Revolt. I'm just thinking whether I should negate it or not. He's just gonna get a monster on the field, but the monster effects will be negated. I'm just figuring if we could get a really high attack monster on the field, that would be a problem for us. So yeah, let's just be safe and negate it. Because I should investigate more into what this deck can actually do. Like, I should perhaps make it myself on, I guess, a private server, because just making a deck to learn about it on Master Duel is just too costly, right? Add the card to your hand, yep. Okay, so we negated this card, that's fine. Then we use Planet Pathfinder. Activate its effect. Oh, we could have gone into the battle phase with it, honestly. But yeah, we wouldn't be sure whether that card, face down card, would be lower defense than 1000 anyway. So I guess we just go for this card's very likely. If this card's sent to the graveyard, he can do things. So let's just go for the face up monster. Flash. Okay, main phase. Set. Hand phase. Dun, 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 dun. So as long as he, or whenever he decides to activate an effect, then we will get a token on the field and we can get a search. If everything resolves unnegated, of course. Dun, 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 dun. So far he has only played Tri-Brigade cards. Again, you don't know whether he actually includes the staple cards in his decks. Or like he could include them and not have drawn them. That's also an option, of course. This kit, of course. Yeah, that's I figured. If this card's sent to the graveyard, you get an effect. So I was thinking like perhaps I could have done that, because then could have just used the pacifist Phantasm City effect. Okay, yeah, so he's gonna get the effect. He's gonna send another monster to the graveyard. Does it matter though? That's what I'm thinking. Like normally you want to really know the deck before you can actually strategically negate. So he's gonna send the card to the graveyard. He's gonna get Nerval to the graveyard. He's gonna get a monster to the hand. He's likely gonna get the Fractal to the hand. So I guess let's just negate it. That's the combo that I see that I would do if I were in this position. I guess I'm not sure which other things, but based on the cards that we've seen so far, it would be logical to send Nerval to the graveyard with this effect, with Kit, then get a monster to the hand, Tri-Brigade monster. It will be Fractal, and Fractal you can just discard it as well. And then or basically summon it. It doesn't matter. You would just want to have a monster in the hand, because it seems like all the Tri-Brigade monsters, or all of these which are in the graveyards, have this effect where you can special summon by banishing from a graveyard. Not saying that it would work through skill drain, of course, but it's the plan that you would like to take or do, I guess. Alright, he's still thinking, because at the end of the chain then we should actually get passive his effect off, right? Dun, dun, dun. If your opponent activates a card or effect, and you control no tokens. So that should happen, right? Or am I mistaking here? Or is he still thinking, or is this just his turn? I'm a little bit confused. Okay, no, it is still his turn. Then I do not have an idea why this actually didn't happen. I know I negated his effect, but still, right? He still activated an effect. Okay. Let's just summon. Add a card to the hand. If he doesn't have Ash Blossom, just like his sleeves and his mate. Volt. Okay, he's gonna summon a monster then, I guess, again. That's fine. That's completely fine. Because now we can add a card to the hand anyway. We can just either destroy it by card effect or by Phantasm Spiral Battle, or we can get Phantasm Spiral Power, which actually reduces its attack and defense by 1000. And the good thing is the combination with skill drain, because even if the card says, like if a monster has like some battle or card destruction protection, then it doesn't work. Like even if it says it cannot be destroyed by battle, then or cannot be destroyed by card effects, it won't work because skill drain is on the field. So yeah, he's gonna bring 4 monsters. He's gonna link summon 1 Tri-Brigade monster. Okay, so this is one of the bigger ones. 3000 attack, okay, and he thinks he's safe with that, but obviously not. This has an effect. If this card is sent to the grave, you can add 1 beast warrior. Yes, your opponent used an effect, so we special summon our token. Bring deck to your hand, whose level is less than or equal to the number of banished. Okay, so you can add a card to that. Yeah, okay, so Nerval and Kit get their effect off again. They get it every turn, and you can also get it during your opponent's turn with the Revolt card. That's why the Revolt card's that good. Okay, but wait, this won't resolve. So we can make a Chain Link 5 here and destroy his card, but we'll do it during the battle phase. Doesn't really matter. This effect won't resolve. Dun, 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 dun. You can banish one card on the field. That's such a good effect, by the way. Non-target, banish one card on the field, and that's pretty easily done. You get these monsters in the graveyard or banished pretty quickly, and then it's just Revolt. So it's a really good interruption. That's good to know about the Tri-Brigade archetype. If you just flip Revolt on your opponent's turn, you can easily easily have 4 monsters in your graveyard, Tri-Brigade monsters in your graveyard. You can just special summon them with Revolt. It says a number, by the way, so that's really good. Ooh, can that then target one monster you control? It cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects this turn. Ooh, that's pretty cool. Then we maybe should have added the other card to the hand. When a normal summoned monster you control is destroyed by battle. Oh, pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Alright, yeah, we cannot do anything about this right now. We could have done this earlier, but yeah, it doesn't matter. Like, his monster will just stay on the field. It won't be able to die by card effects right now. This will be negated. This will still go on because this effect actually activates in the graveyard. Alright, he added that card to the hand. Then he can send another card to the graveyard. I'm not sure which. Doesn't matter right now because he already used Nerval and Kit. Those are the only ones which actually get an effect. Alright, so yeah, that's a bit of a pity. Now we cannot kill his card, at least not this turn. So I guess the best thing to do is just change this to defense position, go to the end of the turn. Alright, I'm curious what he has. He can just activate the Fractal again, Fractal in his hand. He has this card in his hand right now, so. But yeah, he's just foolishing cards to the graveyard by using this effect, and I'm not sure how much that will benefit him. Because now this card can actually be destroyed by card effects again, so if he tries anything funny with it, we can just place down Phantasm Spiral Battle. Attribute this card and target one monster you control. Cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card. I'm just thinking, by the way, I think I made a small mistake. I could have chained Phantasm Spiral Battle to Salamangreat Almirage, his effect. Because then our effect would go first, and then only after our effect had destroyed his monster, only after that his Almirage effect would happen. No, thanks. So yeah, that's a mistake by me. I could have done that. We could have done that. And then we would have done some damage. It's not insta-killing. I think this deck rarely OTKs. You could do that with the equipped spell cards, but they make your deck also pretty bricky, because if you're a Yu-Gi-Oh player, then you know equipped spell cards in general are not that good. They need to be really good in order for them to actually see play. And even in this deck, like where you can search them easily, they require you to have a monster at first. And yeah, it's already sometimes even a problem to get actually a monster on the field. Usually it isn't. Like if everything goes decently well in this deck, then you don't have problems with that, but it could be a problem, right? And if you can imagine if you just then include more equipped cards in your deck, then they are more conditional cards, basically. Conditional as in you need to have a monster on the field before you can actually use that card. And yeah, they're not starter cards at all, so you'd like to include more starter cards to keep the consistency up. But alright, our man, I cannot pronounce his name, obviously. He's thinking hard how to play around this single card, which is called Skill Drain. I don't blame him. It's a difficult card to play around sometimes. It was, by the way, not really smart of him to actually use the Almirage. Like, why did he use that? There was no reason to use that. He should have saved that until I used the Phantasm Spiral Battle, and then he could chain his Almirage onto my Phantasm Spiral Battle effect to protect his monster. But yeah, it was my mistake last turn, but he actually used this, and now we could do the complete opposite. Like, he used this first, and then we could use the Phantasm Spiral Battle. He's gonna attack this monster, Mr. Shell Dragon? No, he's gonna... Oh. Should I let him? Nah, don't give him a chance. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Alright, does he have another revolt to place down? That probably also has an effect where it sends cards to the graveyard, but we don't have a method of getting our token off the field right now. And now we do. Well, only for next turn, but still. Change to attack. Change to attack. Let's play it safe and just attack with... should we? No, I think 2000 attack is enough for most of these defensive monsters of his. Alright, no. That's awesome. When it's sent to the graveyard, you can add a card to the hand. Unfortunately, we can't use our Phantasm City effect because we have a token still, and that's why you can see right now. We'd like to get rid of the token every turn, because then we can wait. We can have our opponent actually have our opponent use an effect and return the token back to the field. So. Right, he adds a monster. He can go all out, honestly. He can add whatever he likes. We're not stopping him in any way there. So, yeah, we can just attack. Right? Right, yeah, that's it. And end phase. I like to place this card here. I don't know, like I haven't... from the solo mode, I remember that the Mech Knight monsters actually used the principle of having two cards in the same column, and now I kind of play like this. It really doesn't matter against almost every deck, especially in ranked duels, but well, it does matter for infinite impermanence, by the way. So in that sense, you could just try to play your spell and trap cards in other zones, columns, I mean, than your monsters, but in this case for us it really doesn't matter, obviously, because our monsters don't even have effects, so infinite impermanence wouldn't do anything. But alright, let's see what our opponent actually has. I've noticed before, when I was playing the Sacred Beast deck as well, in which this skill drain also fits very well, because in the Sacred Beast deck, the smaller monsters pretty much all have the tribute for cost effect, basically. The same thing as Almirage has. So basically, quick effect, you can tribute this card and then an effect happens. And as you've seen, this effect actually resolves in the graveyard, so that actually bypasses the skill drain negation. And that actually helps really well for our Sacred Beast deck, because all the smaller monsters actually have an effect like that. So we can still activate them, even though skill drain is on the field. So it actually doesn't bother the Sacred Beast deck that much. Alright, he has Scarce Return Battle card effect. It doesn't really matter what it is. He's gonna link it away likely. Because all these effects don't... oh, it's a Zodiac monster. I see. Yeah, okay, so it's... from what I've seen, I should investigate or research it a little bit more as well, but so far I've seen the Zodiac archetype is just one card combos every time, but it also really dies to skill drain, basically, because you can easily get, with one single card, with one Zodiac card, you get the Trident? Zodiac Trident? Yeah, you can easily get it on field with multiple materials, but its effects are negated, so it doesn't do much, and it is not a beat stick or something. It is not high attack or anything like that, so it only gains attack by actual card effects, and in this case it would have 0 attack, but it actually has 100 because of this. All beast warrior monsters you control gain 100 attack. So yeah, and it has an influence apparently, but so basically let's read it. An XYZ monster whose original type is beast warrior. He has this card as material, so he attached it from the hand. Yeah, sure, please do so. When your opponent activates a trap card or effect that targets this card. But yeah, that also doesn't work, right? Because it's actually a monster that gives the XYZ monster an effect. So it's still an XYZ monster effect then. The same thing with this. This is if this card battles an opponent's monster, after damage calculation banish that opponent's monster. That's really good, honestly, but that's also still Here, an XYZ monster whose original type is and has this card as material gains this effect. So it gains an effect. It's still a monster effect, and it's still gonna get negated by skill drain. So I think he might not notice and actually try it out. So definitely feel free to. But okay, no, he changed his mind. Oh, he thought he could attack directly. Maybe that. Oh, he was trying to go into Zeus, of course. Cheap plays, my man. But Zeus also doesn't do anything. I like it is a beat stick, yes, 3000, but still doesn't has its effects. But, this card can attack directly. This single line. He hoped for that, but unfortunately that doesn't work either. Okay, Tiger Mortar, and then go into Trident. Yeah, no worries. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Bum, bum. Oh, we should have activated C-Stealth attack. I completely forgot because we want to banish our token. Sleepy, and we're also winning incredibly much hard or something. So that's maybe why. Let's just activate this. Just have to have it face up on the field. No, thanks. And whenever he activates an effect, we are gonna banish our token. But yeah, he might not activate any more effects. He activated an effect in the hand. That's what we had to chain the Phantasm, the C-Stealth attack on. Yeah, no. Okay, now he has an effect. Interesting. So now we can at least show you what I mean. So definitely chain this attack effect, banish our token. Now our face-up spell traps cannot be destroyed. That doesn't honestly really matter, but the fact that we actually removed our own token, that's more important. You can see, of course, it's also a pretty good effect that our this cannot. First of all, it couldn't be destroyed, and second of all, his effect's gonna get negated. So it wouldn't work in two ways, unfortunately for him. His effect's gonna get negated, and even if it would have an effect, it could not be destroyed because of C-Stealth attack. Once per turn, you can banish one water monster you control into the end phase, and it's a token, so you don't banish it until the end phase. It's just left from the field. It doesn't come back. This turn, face-up spell traps you control cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effect. So that actually is a pretty decent effect. But more importantly, now that our token is gone and our opponent activated the card effect, we can activate our field spell again to special summon again a token. And since we special summon the token, the other effect of Phantasm Spiral, Phantasm City activates, and we add a card to the hand. So, alright, and he has monsters on the field right now. Why did he special summon this in attack? It's my phase 2, my man. I mean, he tried all he could, honestly, but it was not enough. Unexpected die doesn't do anything for us, but we're in a good position. Change his battle position, go to battle phase. We don't have a too complicated deck, unfortunately. Okay, this is the only monster that doesn't kill by effect. So, nope, thanks. He has this effect still, Zodiac Trident. He can chain into it, but it's gonna get negated. Oh, poor guy. We are gonna activate our C-Stealth attack though, like in chain to it. Because it's the exact same reason. If your opponent activates an effect, banish your own token. That's the main rule. If you haven't activated C-Stealth attack before that turn, of course. Nope, don't chain, thanks. So our effect's gonna go first, it banished our token, then his effect's gonna go, it's gonna get negated. Our field spell's gonna activate, because we don't have a token at this time. Nope, don't chain, thanks. Face-up attack, and then we get another search. Don't chain, thanks, and we add to the hand the same card. We could have added the equip spell, but honestly it wouldn't matter here. Battle step, no thanks. This is the only card that doesn't kill by effect, because C-Stealth attack actually makes it all water monsters level 5 or higher do kill by effect, but mandatory. So let's not wait. I should have attacked with the other monster first. So that's basically what happens. He kills by effect, by mandatory. I didn't want to make this guy wait too much longer. It feels like bad manners. Because you're in a winning position already, you don't want to make him wait unnecessarily. At the start of the damage step, if your water monster whose original level is 5 or higher battles an opponent's monster, destroy that opponent's monster. It's not an optional effect. It's mandatory. So even if you want to kill by battle, sometimes you want to with the equip spell cards. They have some effects, which I don't include, by the way. I only have one equip spell card, but sometimes you want to go by battle and you cannot. You, for example, if the monster like this had 100 attack in attack position, and you're attacking with your 2900 monster, you cannot kill it by battle. You cannot do battle damage. You mandatory kill it by effect. So that's a decent piece of knowledge if you play C-Stealth attack. Alright, he probably has a really bad hand. If the best case for him, if he doesn't have any other plays, it's just to end the turn every time, so that we kill him faster, because you don't want to surrender. If you surrender, you actually, all your things that you did, basically all these effects and the summons, everything, they don't add to your missions, basically your unlimited missions nor your daily missions, whatever you're trying to go for. So in general, never surrender unless your opponent is being really stingy and making you wait hours upon hours. Well, that's too much, but making you wait a really long time. Like him right now, actually. Or he's thinking really hard about what his possibilities are. But I've noticed this before. Like I said, when I was playing the Sacred Beast deck, and I also included Skill Drain in it. Again, it's a really good card in the deck in general. So, but yeah, when I faced Tri-Brigade decks with the Sacred Beast deck, I actually had the same thing. So I flipped this card on Tri-Brigade, and they couldn't do much. Also, the Lyrilisc deck dies to it pretty easily. So yeah. Alright, mister, let's see what you have. And you can see this is actually a really good combo. As long as you have the Phantasm City and the C-Stealth deck, it's basically a 2-card combo. If you have that on the field and your opponent has to activate a card effect. So basically, if you start off with, let's say you start your plays, you start the turn, start the duel. Yeah, you're the first turn of the duel, and you have Phantasm City. You can imagine this could of course be terraforming, or it could be the planet Pathfinder, which hopefully doesn't get negated. So any way to get to the field spell plus C-Stealth attack, it's actually a really good combo because you place them both down. And well, also by the way, assuming that you don't have Harpy's Feather Duster against you or a Lightning Storm, then they're face up on the field and your opponent activates a card effect, then a token is going to come to the field immediately whenever a card or effect is activated, and likely they're going to use a second card or effect, right? So whenever they do, you just change your C-Stealth attack to it. You banish your own token and make it so that your face-up spell traps are protected from destruction. And yeah, then the effects resolve in sequence again. And then during the next chain, actually, Phantasm City brings back the token again, and you get a search because you special summoned, or summoned in general, exactly one normal monster. Oh my man, what is he doing? Is he doing this on purpose and trying to make us tire out or something? Like, what? This is not thinking anymore, right? He has only one card, and the cards in the graveyard don't do that much. So is he doing this on purpose to actually bother us or something, or maybe he's stingy about having lost to a monster, to a deck which actually includes normal monsters, and which is actually incredibly cheap, especially compared to, well, meta competitive decks like the Tri-Brigade deck. I can imagine Zodiac Trident, all of these cards are not cheap, and our deck is incredibly cheap. So I can imagine if you're stingy, man, it's a pity. Like, I mean, you could take the loss like a man, but yeah, you don't have to. I feel you, man. It's no fun losing to a deck like this. But yeah, I'm not sure. Can we see his timer whenever he's about to be close to actually lose because the time runs out? Oh boy. Okay, yeah, okay, I think I spoke enough. I'm probably just not gonna let you guys wait with me, and I'll skip to whenever he surrenders or whenever the time runs out. Okay, wow, this man is really stingy. I'm not sure what, like, how did he not disconnect or like time out yet? I've been here for 2 minutes already after having stopped the recording of the last recording. It's what is happening? 2 minutes is already 120 seconds, right? So, Mr. or Mrs. Player, battle phase. Whoa, he went to another phase. Main phase 2. Wow, he's making plays and phase. It's about that time. Yeah, we are gonna activate this just to destroy his card, so that we work to our destruction progression and also activating trap cards. So, No, it takes. We have to activate cards, not card effects. So this activating this effect doesn't really matter. Alright, that doesn't matter. Let's go to the end phase. Let's not be bad manners like him and let him wait. Attack. And that should be it, right? We'll clash. Alright, that's a win. Versus the beautiful Tri-Brigade deck. I'm sorry, I feel bad for having killed him, but if anything, we are not playing with any hand traps. I'll show you once more the deck. You guys know it by now. Pure Yu-Gi-Oh! We don't play with any boring standard staples, cheaps, win cards. Oh, and by the way, we didn't even draw the Heat Wave. Yeah, but what I'd like to say is we don't play with any of the Ash Blossom or Maxx. We don't play Infinite Impermanence, Infinite. We don't play any of those incredibly standard hand traps. They're like cheap cards to me. If I win with that, or win with even an incredibly strong overpowered deck like Drytrons, then yeah, I feel bad. But in this case, we actually play with a really decent deck, right? It's a super cheap deck. It's definitely not an OP deck. It definitely is easily beatable as well. Yeah, so if anything, I think that was a beautiful win, guys. And unfortunately, we didn't draw the Heat Wave spell card, but you can imagine this is actually a pretty good card in this deck. So we will continue to play with this deck, and I'll try to update it a little bit more. Get a third Heat Wave. I'm not sure if I want to spend the crafting points on it anytime soon, but I'll try to improve on this deck and see if we can perhaps play with another deck tomorrow, and hopefully get to play this deck again when we actually have all the cards in it. Also the Terraforming and Metaverse, which are important additions. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Peace out.